Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got some great news for you this morning. National Bank of France has a massive CBDC test. We'll get into every bit of that. Brad Garlinghouse is on Fox Business with Charles Gasparino, and there's some very interesting remarks and answers he has there, and I wonder if it could be an indicator of what could come. XRP breakout imminent, a $20 to $30 XRP this bull cycle. I don't have a bit of problem with that. And we're also going to hear from the U.S. Treasury, who is talking about sanctions for digital assets. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove and everything that we're talking about here today. And it is going to be a good day for news. Let me tell you right now, as we look at the market cap, it is $2.490 trillion, ladies and gentlemen, just underneath the all-time high for the crypto market cap this morning. It's no wonder Bitcoin is over $62,000 right now, $62,165.97 to be exact. Ethereum coming in at $3,792.46, and Cardano at $2.13, and XRP is at $1.09 this morning. Let's look at the range of price. We are hearing any day we could have a breakout is imminent. Now, I know that a lot of the technical analysts have been telling this for a while because of the way the charts are looking, but it seems to be really coming to a head over the next week or so. So we will keep an eye on it. The low end of the XRP price range, it's trading pretty tight this morning at 107.06. The upper end at 110.27. We will keep an eye on it. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, private investing made simple. It is flying off the shelf. Link 2 is fully subscribed at the moment, but remember, keep an eye out. 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. This is usually when you will see these things replenished on the board. So make sure you check out Link 2, link2.com, private investing made simple. Yes, you have to be accredited, but there's not one other private equity company that offers products like these at the low height entry bar that Link2 does. Obviously, they have requirements to be accredited, and that is because of market agencies like FINRA, FinCEN, and the SEC, and they have to adhere to that. But they are working, to be honest with you, on a long-term plan to try to help get that changed too. So make sure you check out Link2. All right, let's look here. The news is bold this morning. National Bank of France gives CBDC a go. Hyperledger is an XRP integrated network, says Matthew Lionai. Shout out to you, Matthew. And look here. National Bank of France gives CBDCs a go. And this is very interesting, and it's not a long read, but you're going to want every bit of this, ladies and gentlemen. The question begs, I tell you this. France's central bank launched one of the biggest CBDC trials in the EU to date, executing a series of bond transactions via blockchain, baby. Remember, bond market is the backbone to any monetary system. The pilot program will continue for 10 months, CoinDesk reported, citing a report by the Financial Times. The transactions were executed by Banque de France in cooperation with a consortium of major financial market participants in the country, using a system developed by IBM. Soren Mortensen says here, global director of financial markets at IBM, is quoted in the report as saying this project went well beyond previous blockchain initiatives because it successfully tested most central securities, depository, and central bank processes whilst eliminating current interim steps, such as reconciliation between market intermediaries. We are rapidly moving towards fundamental change in the post-trade market infrastructure. Listen to this. The bank executed almost 500 instructions in both primary and secondary markets. The transaction value has not been disclosed. The pilot program included the French Public Debt Office, the major French banks, and other notable establishments. It is led by securities depository Euroclear. Look at this part here. All eyes on the long-term outcome. You better believe it, baby. France is without doubt one of the highest profile Eurozone countries to dare such an experiment. Sweden uses the e-krona as another. The Swedish Riksbank is considering digitizing its national currency. France's central bank published a request for proposal for CBDC experiment applications earlier this year in an attempt to grasp the risk mechanisms of CBDCs better. They have also conducted a few experiments using CBDCs for cross-border payments, the wholesale market, and the interbank settlements. Wow. Just 1 year ago, it was the World Economic Forum that released a policymaker toolkit for central bank digital currencies. And what do they cite in here for inter and intrabank payments and settlement? JPM coin and XRP, baby. This conversation gets much heavier these days now, doesn't it? And it continues to do so because look at what the Treasury Department is doing quietly. Today, the Treasury released, which was yesterday afternoon, today the Treasury released a sanctions review, a board review of the economic and financial sanctions that will administer and enforces. The report includes recommendations to bolster the effectiveness of the Treasury's role in sanctions moving forward. Let's get down into this just for a second. We won't go too far, but I can tell you there are some important phrases and wording in this proposal or this report. So looking right here, the Treasury's review found that while sanctions remain an essential and effective policy tool, they also face new challenges, including rising risk from new payment systems. Well, they're already leaning into that now, aren't they? The growing use of digital assets in cyber criminals, and as well as situations where careful calibration, can help limit the impact of sanctions on the flow of legitimate humanitarian aid to those in need. Now, I'm not going to go through these, but I did pull up the actual report itself, the review, right? And if we go here, I have just a couple spots that I want to bring you to, which, we want to stay hip to what's going on. Again, this is OFAC, which we covered. We also have covered FSOC heavily. Both of these are regulatory agencies connected to the Treasury. Okay, so it says here, to ensure sanctions continue to support U.S. national security objectives, the U.S. government must adapt and modernize to the underlying operational architecture by which sanctions are deployed. And, this speaks to that operational architecture, the underlying market infrastructure, whether we're talking about framework to policy or whether we're talking about actual infrastructure itself. This is why I have said all along, this is the area that we got to pay attention to. Going down here, let me get to this next spot here. I want to show you this, which is really a couple spots here in Section 3, where I wanted to point out, in addition, the Treasury must address more systemically the challenges associated with conducting humanitarian activities through legitimate channels in heavily sanctioned jurisdictions. More systemically. Remember, systemically important financial market utilities or systemically important financial market infrastructure. And this is where we're getting down to the rubber meets the road here. And notice that when we look at these things, let me move to the next part here. It's Section 4. I wanted to read this here. And it says, the last sentence I want to grab for this. The Treasury can build on existing outreach and engagement capabilities through enhanced communication with industry, financial institutions, allies, civil society, and the media, as well as new constituencies, particularly in the digital asset space. Notice they're not just saying stable coins, they're saying digital assets, digital asset space. That's what's going on here, right? So this is pretty remarkable, and we haven't got all the details, but we do know OFAC is very, very serious, very, very serious. And again, the growing use of digital assets, let me read this to you. I mean, that right there is where we want to see, because we're seeing them encompass everything. Almost in the same approach as Gary Gensler. But remember, the U.S. Treasury and these agencies connected to it are prudential regulators, right? These prudential regulators can come in and tell the SEC to pack sand if they want to. Now, let's move on because we got even more good news here going on. And Brad Garlinghouse with some straight fire with Charles Gasparino. He said, breaking an exclusive interview with Brad Garlinghouse, CEO Ripple, tells Fox Business that meeting between Gary Gensler and Jay Clayton before XRP case was brought on is bad optics, and he won't settle the case if the price is XRP being a security. And here is the clip where he says that. And look here at what else he says in this clip. And shout out to Tim R614 here.
Will there be an XRP ETF? Well, look, I think it's a really important question, maybe less so specific to your exact answer, right, which I promise not to dodge. But why is the SEC picking winners and losers? Yeah.
Right there. Now, first of all, great question by Charles Gasparino. Will there be an XRP ETF? Right? Why won't we get a product on top of it? Remember, Grayscale started doing their own thing on top, investment fund on top of it. Why can't we have an XRP ETF, right? Very good question. Charles Gasparino is all over this. He knows where to touch and where to not touch. I tell you this. And Brad Garlinghouse chooses to take the angle of, listen again what he says here.
Well, look, I think it's a really important question, maybe less so specific to your exact answer, right, which I promise not to dodge. But why is the SEC picking winners and losers?
Now, that is a remarkable comment and question or answer with a question from Brad Garlinghouse. Why is the SEC picking winners and losers? Listen to the rest of what he says here.
Yeah. Why is a government entity deciding this is a winning one, which, by the way, happens to be have some pros and cons, massive power consumption, which isn't great for a climate agenda that Gary Gensler cares a lot about, but being silent about other things. And then, one of the challenges right now is Gary Gensler, who's been asked specifically about ETH, hasn't commented. The ethereum. But if it's so clear, if the laws are so clear, and he's asked a specific question, then just answer the question because it's clear.
Just answer the question, Gary. Yeah, this is the kind of fire. Brad Garlinghouse has the fire. You can see that he is controlling everything within himself because it is so obvious. Answer the question, Gary Gensler. Why did Ethereum get a unique advantage prior to your tenure, and why have you not spoke on the matter? And you obviously were aware at MIT that you believed personally at that time Ethereum was a security. You met with Jay Clayton before getting into office and right around the time of the Hinman letter. And all of a sudden, now that you're there, you don't have a damn thing to say about the inconsistency of the SEC as an agency to regulate Ethereum as an initial coin offering, because that's exactly what they did.
Hey, Liz, I also asked him about XRP. Would he ever settle? He said, no way. He might settle, but it can't be XRP declared a security, and that is a no-go. So he's going to fight this thing. If the SEC wants to declare XRP a security, it won't operate in the U.S.
How about that one? How about those apples? You know what? I got to say, hats off to Brad Garlinghouse, the entire Ripple team, and everything that they are doing. And, we will continue here, right, to continue all of us to share the information and retweet everything and tag your congressman. Let them know that this issue is not going away. Let's make it even bigger. And one of the ways we can do that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, there is no downside. Go to John Deaton's page and join the class action lawsuit. There is no downside. Just to remedy and demystify some things here. You do not have to say how much XRP you hold. You do not have to give up your keys or anything close to that. All you have to do is give your name, address, phone number, and an email contact, and that information is completely private, and it will not be shared without the consent from you to John Deaton. That's just the way it is. There is no downside to being a part of this class action. Please go join it. Let's have a goal to make this the largest class action lawsuit in the history against the SEC. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this because things are getting bullish all over the place and the technical analysts are lining up in the near term for price. Crypto Wizard says we should be watching out for a move to $1.15 if it would become bullish, and it does look like things will become bullish. And I'm going to play Coins Kid, very short clip from him in just a second, but Credible Crypto out here telling his 250,000 followers that he believes XRP will skyrocket this bull cycle, he believes, to $20 to $30. This bull cycle. Now, how long that bull cycle lasts, I don't know. What I can tell you is that the bull run of 2017, 2018 lasted somewhere right around 26 days or so. When it got up and it got moving, it literally got up and got moving. So, I know, don't believe it. It's still true. I witnessed it myself, and I'm going to tell you, I FOMO'd all the way up that bull run. I was like, look at it go, and I kept buying up. Oh, it was something to see. Have I learned something since then? But nevertheless, I am excited. I can tell you the bags are packed for a moon ride to $20 to $30, and I hope it comes. And it's not financial advice from me or anyone else, and none of this is. But let's take a listen now to a very quick clip from Coins Kid here, who's going to give us a real look at what's going on, boots on the ground here. Check it out.
Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is Coins Kid. I'm just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, big up the Coins Kid crew. Thank you to each and every single one of you.
And actually meant to bring it right here.
Shout out to Coins Kid. You bounced off the 050. Now, what did I say to you about the 050 and XRP? It tends to be its beautiful little sweet spot at the moment. Okay, we keep bouncing off the 050 in these retracements, so it's absolutely golden. Okay, look, let's take a look at this one, this particular impulsive wave. Look where this bounced off. Okay, look at this. So when we retrace back here, where do we bounce off? The 050 on the penny. Look at that. Okay, so you come up, start to retrace, bounce off 050, continuation. So it's looking really, really good. We keep bouncing off 050 for XRP. So in the future, if you do start to see a roll, just drop your fibs on. Okay, and look to where it's retracing to, and that's your potential retracement target. Okay, which is a nominal retracement for XRP at the moment. It shows strength, the 050. So providing we can sort of coil up right now and create some kind of reversal pattern, as we did in this kind of reversal as well, when we load out. Look, we came down, we did something like this, boom, 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 and then we broke out and we carried out that technical target, that W bottom pattern. So if we can do something like this for XRP right now, hold this low at the 050 at 102, and start to do something like this, put in a beautiful double bottom pattern, break out. You're looking at a beautiful little upside, and you'll be starting to form a new impulsive wave to the upside, and potentially put an A, B, C correction. Okay, and it's all looking really, really dandy, isn't it, moving forward? So just here, if we do start to do this for XRP, I want to show you the next technical target that we could actually be in for XRP off this impulsive wave break just here. So if you do start to see XRP come back up right now, okay, starts to form a beautiful double bottom pattern here, some kind of reversal pattern holding a key level support, starts to come back up, breaks this high, your next target is 137. Okay, that'll be your next technical target for XRP, and essentially you can see that potentially you're forming some kind of cup and handle pattern just here, come back to a key level support, potentially this white trend line, hold it, see you later. But the fact is you're breaking out of this white trend line. Once you break out that white trend line, that's a huge horizontal for XRP. That's really, really bullish, because that puts you in a technical target to $4.50, okay, which has been a technical target for months. Basically, it's just took so long to get here. But I want to remind people say that XRP is a shit coin, okay? I want to, look, zoom out, I want to show you something.
Now watch what he shows you here. First of all, we know in order to get to where we want with the $4.55 or the $20 to $30, which he aligns with also, we got to break out above that white line like he's talking about, right? And that's where we keep our boots on the ground. Even though we're excited about where we're going, we got to know what's going on today and what's to come. But look at what's happened over the past year in as far as gains go. Look at the gains that XRP's had in a year with the lawsuit from the SEC on top its back.
You zoom out, look at XRP, what it's done in a year, okay? So in a year, XRP is currently up a whopping 821%. So don't talk to me about how XRP is shitcoin and it's not bullish. It's doing.
Now that is all you need to know. 821% gains in the last year alone, with an erroneous lawsuit from the SEC on its back, which I really firmly believe is a part of the vetting process, as crazy as it may sound, because I do believe XRP is destined to settle all the money. That's going to do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Don't forget, go sign up for that class action lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it the biggest in the world. Let's make our voice really, really heard. You know, the best way to not be denied in this world is to be undeniable. That's what I'm talking about this morning. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and the comment section. They are great products and services I use each and every day. More importantly, there's some great specials and deals, and they are trusted, vetted links. I'll catch you on the next one.